Hey, welcome everybody. We are back
Again!
Another unboxing. This time dealing with the Imperials. Well, we'll deal with one Imperial ship this time. So we're, like I said, we're having an opportunity. My laptop is down, so my brother is down. So we figured we do a tag team unboxing and kind of really go over the ships, which I feel is like a little bit better than I've done some other unboxings, which was kind of like, hey, check it out and what's what kind of in it. We're actually going over some possible Tactica, discovering brand new, because I've only seen a little bit. I haven't seen everything. So what's inside all these things, and we're coming up with new ideas to possibly throw down for our future X-Men game. You guys are so awesome supporting. Yeah, definitely. So today we are going to look at the very cool looking TIE Defender.
Cool looking is an understatement. This thing is just ridiculous looking. I don't know about you guys, but if I was floating around in space, because that's something I do often, and this thing was coming at me, not really sure what I would do other than crap my pants.
Yeah, I thought the TIE Interceptors were
very
awesome and
interesting look to it. It's almost like when the Imperials were building this, it was like, hey, we've got some interceptors all built, but we have some extra parts lying around. What do we want to do with them? Oh, just build another ship. And they built this TIE Defender. What about the TIE Defender? The TIE Defender outclassed all other starfighters of its time, though its size and array of weapons greatly increased its weight and cost in credits. Yeah, it increased weight because it's got an extra wing to it.
yeah. So
It's like a sophisticated Imperial beholder or something. Coming at you.
yeah, many little laser eyes coming at you. This is very cool.
He's
This is a super cool looking ship.
it's, as you can see it in front of you right now, floating around. It's just ridiculous. It's intimidating, if anything.
Yeah.
But we'll check out the abilities it has to see how intimidating. As far as the maneuver dial on it, what's it going to do for you? Straight maneuver all the way up to 5. It's going to get some distance for you.
On a green though.
On a green.
It's gonna clear stress as long as it goes straight in any speed. That's awesome.
Except for 1. It cannot go straight 1. It can turn at a 1. Hard right turn or left turn at a 1. 2 will stress it. And it can K-turn at a 4 only. But this thing's definitely got speed.
But did you notice look at the color on the K-turn?
It does not stress on a K-turn.
The only ship that is not stressing on a K-turn. It stresses on a hard bank, 1 or 2.
Is that even legal? Is it real?
That's cold, dude.
Does not stress on a K. It's a K-turn. I do it all the time.
This is one of probably the most maneuverable ships right now in the game. Without being able to go forward and now flipping on you and turn around with that, and that's awesome.
So even if it K-turns, it doesn't need to go 5 and clear its stress because it's not stressed.
Yeah, you're really only going to get it on a hard bank. This ship is not going to be getting that stress. So you're almost, as an opponent, you're going to have to find ways to get it stressed. Otherwise, it will be going anywhere it desires.
I'm not looking forward to seeing this in action.
Wow. And,
soon, if I'm on the opposite side
of
of
shields on this thing.
There are shield tokens.
Yeah,
so,
Imperial ships don't normally have shield tokens on their.
Not for the. No, they don't.
No, there's 2. So let's take a look at this now.
Right,
so we'll go. So we'll
he's
start with the
pricey.
name guy. Rexler Brath. He's a level 8 pilot. And holy stats on this thing.
Oh my god. He's a level 8.
3 firepower.
3 firepower, 3 agility,
3 hull.
3 hull, and 3 shields.
3 shields! Imperial players! 3 shield! This is a 6 taking damage dude.
On top of that, it has its focus, it has target lock, and it can still barrel roll. On top of K-turning without stressing, it could barrel roll after that.
Most Imperial players, except for large ships, do not see the target lock. You are getting this on a small ship now.
And the price is about what you would expect for someone in this level. 37 points to add to your TIE Swarm or your Imperial Army, whatever you want to go with
most
it.
tournament players are not going to miss the fact that the ship does not have an evade token. evade choice on it, but you have focus, which most players will choose anyways over the evade because of the options.
I just looked at his Rexler's special ability here too, as if this guy wasn't already badass enough. After you perform an attack that deals at least 1 damage card to the defender, you may spend a focus token to flip those cards face up.
Cards? Cards. Not just
At least 1 damage. So if he hits you for 3 damage off of his 3 shots, he could end up with 3 criticals, depending on what gets through. That is...
This guy...
Wow.
This guy is the bane to Y-Wings and B-Wings. Because
if you got someone that's going to be rolling in with some B-Wings, Rexler's going to make an appearance.
they are slow maneuverable ships to begin with.
Yep.
He can literally flip a K-turn behind them, get a target lock on them on a K-turn from the back, hit with 3 to 4 because if he's in their range, and then or not even maybe or if he that doesn't do the target lock,
maybe
just use the focus. If he's in range 3, hits with those 3, and then turns those 2 to 3 hits into
Well, maybe it's
crits.
more because he's got a missile upgrade. So if you were to throw, I don't know, cluster missiles on this guy, and he just kind of hits with a lot of them, and they all turn into criticals.
Oh man! This guy, we were talking about points before.
He's an assassin.
37 points.
But he's not a silent assassin. He's a I'm gonna be right up in your grill assassin.
He's a monster.
And just
He's a monster.
for 37 points, you're gonna see him in a lot of armies on the Imperial side.
Yeah, so he has the missile build, veteran upgrade, and I think the cannon things too. So there's a couple other interesting things. Wow. Yeah, this guy, my God, I can't wait to play this song.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, let's check to see who else came.
Now that we're done drooling over him.
Yeah, there's still more cards to this thing. So
Level 6 or 6 pilot skill, Colonel Vessery. TIE Defender. Stats the same, 3, 3, and 3.
same upgrades.
Same upgrade abilities, 35 points. So for 2 points cheaper. Can focus, target lock, and barrel roll. Special ability for him, he is, both of these guys are unique. When attacking, immediately after you roll attack dice, you may acquire a target lock on the defender if it already has a red target lock token. So if someone else has already target locked somebody, after you attack, you can immediately acquire a target lock. So your next round, that action's done for you, so you can turn on focus and give yourself a better chance.
That's good.
It's
I would say great.
not great compared to Rexler.
For 2 points more, I definitely like Rexler's ability.
Yeah, I mean, for 2 points more, you're getting a lot more. Not only are you getting 2 points more in a pilot skill, but the damage card thing
Well,
is
I guess
worth it. So
Colonel Vessery would be more useful if you know you're gonna go against big ships. Like if you know the epic game, because everyone's gonna be target.
Yep.
You're gonna target lock the big ship. But the thing about
The campaign that we've been running.
yeah, the only problem with this is the fact that most Imperial ships don't get it. I mean, there is a new upgrade card that gives you target lock, so you can kind of set up maybe a TIE fighter with it or something cheaper to do that, and you can kind of combo off of him. But target lock's not a very common Imperial ability.
It isn't.
So
it isn't.
You're really gonna have to kind of put ships in there to make his ability work. And at 35 points, that's gonna almost be half your points to try to get his to work.
Yeah, it's
and that's not a quicker kill.
The difference between him and Rexler only being 2 points is if you're limited to 100 points and every point matters. I mean, you're just really scraping the bottom for points. You might back down 2 to get yourself some upgrade out there that could make a difference, but
yeah. Rexler has more options. Yeah, like I said, he's gonna need another ship to make this work. So that's the big negative.
He is. He's definitely scenario. I don't want to say scenario based, but depending on the scenario you're running,
situational based.
Situational. There you go. So yeah, you're right. If you're running a campaign with the big ships where you're like we've been running with the Tantive, that requires you just to hit it as much as you can, and you do have a bomber, a TIE bomber that needs a target lock.
Yeah.
TIE bomber already target locks. This guy's going to give you that extra. Maybe he fires before the bomber.
Well,
get rid of
he's
the
a level
shields,
6.
so when the bomber throws those clusters or something like that, it gets through.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be a lot more strategic with. Not I say a lot more. You'll have to be more strategic with the Vessery, where Rexler is just I'm in your face and I'm going to destroy.
Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Look at that.
So those are the 2 name pilots, and of course, after you have your 2 name pilots, you have your 2 basics. If you wanted to run the TIE Defender as a basic ship with your squad, they have an Onyx squadron pilot. He drops down to a skill level of 3, but you don't lose any of the skill values. 3 attack, 3 agility, 3 hull. You're still getting shields with these guys.
Yep. No veteran upgrade. So this guy's not. You're not getting any veterans with this thing. At 32 points, that seems high, but remember, this thing is still K-turning white. All basic TIE defenders do that, so that still makes it very viable.
And with the three agility plus the 3 hull, 3 shields, he's a target. So if you were to stick him in the middle of a TIE swarm, majority of your rebel players are probably going to go after him to get him off the ship. It's something I've done against you before, where you get tunnel vision at the named guys or the stronger ships, and you try to put all your shots at them. So then your regular X-wings are able to maneuver around.
The one thing though with TIE defenders though, with not only having 3 agility though, is they can kind of you'll have only one chance at taking out a defender, because immediately they're gonna blow right by you, K-turning back, and because it's fine for them. Like where all the ships, they're hesitant to kind of K-turn sometimes. They might want to turn or like that, because you don't want to lose you don't want to get the stress.
So again, with
Onyx, it's going to TIE defenders are going to really just be able to.
Yeah, I see it with him. I mean, you're saving 5 points from or 3 to 5 points from the named ships. So if you're scraping for points, and those 4 or 5 points can mean a lot. Take an Onyx squadron pilot, put him in with a TIE swarm.
Yeah,
it could definitely help you.
But even going with 3 of these, I mean, that's just going to be still solid for someone to try to take out.
If you just want to do something like that.
So the last one is the Delta Squadron pilot.
Bottom of the barrel.
Yep, down to level 1, and it's 30 points. So this is definitely the cheapest you're going to get out of this to work with that. And it's the same.
Yeah. So if you got a named pilot in your squad already, but you want a good support to go with it along with the swarm.
Yeah, it's a good tank. Let's say a K-turning ship on white is already worth the value of these points as it is. And it comes with an ion token card with the modifications. So,
what's it got for upgrades?
Where did I put that? Oh, yeah, let's see. So we're back with, we've covered this in the
ion pulse missile.
Yeah.
We've seen this before, but
Rebel ones.
The fact that it comes in this ship makes you think of uses for it.
This card I forgot now, because this is brand new. This ion pulse missile works with Colonel Vessery. Like, this is probably what you want if you're gonna run with him. Do this card, because what you can do is basically hit with this. That will slow the ship down to making a 1, and then he can follow up and try to really put the last of the hurting on it. So for the 3 points on it, making him 38 to kind of set it up. That's
or vice versa. If your first attack hits whatever ship it is, and there's already a target lock on that ship, you automatically get that free target lock. So your next round, you throw out that ion pulse. But the maneuverability is what's huge with these ships. In these. So ion cannon.
Ion cannon's been old. That's
used quite. You've seen Spectre Wily use that quite a bit, trying to slow people down.
This one's the larger one though.
That is the bigger one.
Yeah, this goes on your. You've seen this on the fire spray.
Yep.
So that's that.
Range 1-3.
Outmaneuver. We talked about this in the other ones, but in case you're checking different ones, this is when attacking a ship inside your firing arc. If you are not inside that ship's firing arc, reduce the agility value of 1 to.
Is ridiculously huge when you think about the TIE Defender in Rexler.
Yeah.
So you've got a ship that can K-turn with a free action, or not without losing its action because it doesn't stress. So you K-turn, get behind a B-wing.
Yep.
That B-wing can't dodge. And then you can just unload at that point.
And now he's let
or if you have a ship that can dodge, you use the outmaneuver and it drops it down 1.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yes.
That's
Rexler gets behind.
ridiculous.
Rexler gets behind an A-wing or B-wing. That puts him down to an immediate 0. So he can definitely put all his focus into blowing the living hell out of that ship.
Again, he's got the missile upgrades, so
Yeah.
if you throw
That's nasty.
If you throw some clusters or something that can do a lot of damage and just drop that shield count down, because that's the big thing with the rebels.
This is
that
gonna be a
shield
real popular
count.
card, people. Get these ships just for the outmaneuver card. That's awesome.
Drop the shields down and then just hammer.
I have another veteran upgrade here.
Oh,
Predator.
Predator. This is a new one. I don't know if I haven't seen this. 3 points. When attacking, you may re-roll 1 attack die. If the defender's pilot skill value is 2 or lower, you may instead re-roll up to 2 attack dice.
So, not bad.
Not bad. The 2 named pilots, Rexler is definitely a Predator, so if you're hunting your level 1s...
I'll say this is you're not gonna see much of this.
No.
Outmaneuver is just way too more better. If I was to take either one, this may be a little bit straight up, but you'll go with that. Our last one, we saw this with a Rebel one, which
Munitions
is
failsafe. This is a 1-point mod for anybody. No requirements. When attacking with a secondary weapon that instructs you to discard it, to perform the attack, do not discard it unless the attack hits. So again, great card for 1 point that you can put on any ship.
Yeah.
I said it before. You've seen me discard missiles that completely miss because of either my horrible die rolling or good rolling on the other person's part, where they dodge everything. Whip this out, and it allows you to hold on to that card.
Yeah, that's a good card. Definitely a good card with this TIE Defender. It's put in well because you can really. It's got some missile upgrades that really or even the secondary cannons. There's two options for secondary weapons, and
also with the bombers, the way you use the bombers with the cluster missiles and whatnot. If you load them up with 2 or 3,
cluster missiles you take because
this isn't a discard card. Once you have this on there, you keep it. So if you keep missing, for whatever reason, you're not going to lose that card until at least get one through.
What that card does is, because I usually use cluster missiles because you want to at least do damage, because you roll so many. What this does is turn assault missiles. It turns one-shot missiles that basically do high damage, but are one-shot. That typically
the ion missile that you see that's in this deck.
What this does is just protects losing them now. Like the cluster missiles, you're going to usually hit with 1. There's just too many guys not to have that happen. But the one-shot where you're getting a high maneuverable TIE Defender, a TIE Interceptor, or whatever like that.
Anything. I mean,
you'll be able to dodge.
Looking at the Ion Pulse this came with, for 3 points for the Ion Pulse, 1 point for this, you're at 4 points. If you miss, you're saving it. Every point counts at a low point.
Yeah, these are expensive.
You're only doing 100 points, and you're looking at Rexler that's cost 37. You need to use your points wisely.
Yeah, some of those missiles are
being able to reuse
5,
that if
6,
you miss.
7 points. A 1 point investment to protect that point.
Not a bad investment. Not a bad investment.
That's awesome.
So,
so this is the TIE Defender. We just see a big dog in the house with Rexler.
In general, the TIE Defender is a game changer. Rexler is. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words.
I've been reading a lot.
Crazy how well this guy can do.
Blogs, and they talk about how Rebels are getting a lot of stuff. Rexler's a beast. I mean, if you're looking to, if you're just an Imperial player and you want something, Rexler is going to terrorize the Rebel players to no end.
Expect to see a lot of use.
And with some combos that you can put together, you should be able to compete heavily. And without maneuver, it does a little bit what Wedge does. But again, what Wedge can't do is K-turn and get behind things. You need to kind of give other people to help Wedge do this. Rexler's doing it on its own. That's nasty. That's just nasty.
K-turn, any of these TIE Defenders, K-turning without getting stressed.
Yeah, and a lot of the new cards coming out are trying to stress ships out. This guy can clean it with 5. So he can
2,
really
3,
get out of
4,
there.
or 5 straight maneuvers. He does have to go straight.
Right.
But it's still 2, 3, 4, 5 maneuver to clear streets.
He's going to do pretty well with it. Pretty darn well. So, very awesome.